Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating civilizations in history, ancient Egypt. Now, when you hear the words ancient Egypt, what comes to mind? Maybe it's the towering pyramids, the enigmatic Sphinx, or perhaps the legendary pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Cleopatra. But there's so much more to this incredible civilization than just its iconic monuments and famous figures. So let's take a journey back in time and explore the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian history, shall we? First off, let's set the stage. Ancient Egypt was located in the northeastern corner of Africa, primarily along the banks of the Nile River. This river was the lifeblood of the civilization, providing water, fertile soil, and a means of transportation. Imagine living in a place where the Nile would flood every year, depositing nutrient-rich silt that allowed crops to flourish. Agriculture was the backbone of ancient Egyptian society, and it's hard to overstate how crucial the Nile was to their way of life. Now, the history of ancient Egypt spans over 3 millennia, so we can't cover everything in one sitting. But let's hit some of the highlights. The civilization is typically divided into several periods: the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom, each with its own unique characteristics and achievements. Let's start with the Old Kingdom, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. This period lasted from around 2686 to 2181 BCE. It was during this time that the iconic pyramids of Giza were built, including the Great Pyramid, which is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Can you imagine the sheer scale of these structures? They were built as tombs for the pharaohs, who were considered divine beings. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh's spirit would ascend to the afterlife, and these monumental tombs were meant to facilitate that journey. The construction of the pyramids was no small feat. It required a massive workforce, advanced engineering skills, and a whole lot of organization. It's a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the ancient Egyptians. As we move into the Middle Kingdom, which lasted from about 2055 to 1650 BCE, we see a shift in focus. While the Old Kingdom was all about monumental architecture, the Middle Kingdom emphasized literature, art, and trade. This was a time of stability and prosperity, and the Egyptians began to explore new territories, expanding their trade networks. They were trading not just for goods, but also for ideas and culture. The Middle Kingdom is often considered a golden age for literature, with the emergence of some of the earliest known works of Egyptian prose and poetry. It's fascinating to think that thousands of years ago, people were writing stories, sharing wisdom, and expressing their thoughts and feelings much like we do today. Now let's fast forward to the New Kingdom, which lasted from around 1550 to 1070 BCE. This is often seen as the height of ancient Egyptian power and culture. It was a time of military expansion, with pharaohs like Ramses II leading campaigns into neighboring regions. Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, is famous for his lengthy reign and for signing the first known peace treaty in history with the Hittites. Can you imagine a world where diplomacy was as crucial as warfare? It's a reminder that even in ancient times, leaders understood the importance of maintaining relationships with other nations. But the New Kingdom wasn't just about war. It was also a time of incredible artistic and architectural achievement. The temples of Karnak and Luxor were constructed during this period, showcasing stunning hieroglyphics and intricate carvings that still amaze us today. And let's not forget about the legendary queen, Cleopatra VII. While she lived much later, During the Ptolemaic period, her reign marked the end of the Hellenistic era and the beginning of Roman influence in Egypt. Cleopatra was not just a figure of beauty. She was a shrewd politician and a master of diplomacy, speaking multiple languages and navigating the complex politics of her time. Throughout its history, ancient Egypt's religious beliefs played a central role in society. The Egyptians were polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of life and nature. The afterlife was incredibly important to them, leading to elaborate burial practices and the construction of tombs filled with treasures. They believed that the soul would be judged after death, and if found worthy, it would enter the eternal realm. This belief in the afterlife is what fueled their monumental architecture and intricate burial rituals, like mummification. Speaking of mummification, let's talk about that for a moment. It's one of the most enduring legacies of ancient Egypt. The process was complex and meticulous, designed to preserve the body for the afterlife. The Egyptians believed that the physical body needed to be intact for the soul to recognize it in the afterlife. This practice has fascinated people for centuries, and today we're still uncovering secrets about how they achieved such remarkable preservation. Each mummy tells a story, revealing insights into the lives, health, and beliefs of the individuals who lived thousands of years ago. As we wrap up our journey through ancient Egypt, it's important to recognize the lasting impact this civilization has had on our world today. From advancements in mathematics and engineering to contributions in art and literature, ancient Egypt laid the groundwork for many aspects of modern culture. Their hieroglyphics are still studied, their monuments continue to draw millions of tourists, and their stories inspire countless books, films, and documentaries. So the next time you think of ancient Egypt, remember that it's not just about the pyramids or the pharaohs. It's about a vibrant civilization that shaped human history in profound ways. Their achievements remind us of the incredible potential of humanity and the enduring quest for knowledge, creativity, and connection. Thank you for joining me on this fly-through exploration of ancient Egypt.